students. Like yesterday we have discussed about tetrahedral and octahedral voids. We will see today's session how do we locate the voids in the crystal. And one more important point children you have to remember, which I told in the previous video, was that if there are n spheres means n constituent particles, for that there are n octahedral voids and you have 2n tetrahedral voids. This you have to keep in mind. Now we are discussing that voids in FCC. FCC means face centered cubic. Face centered cubic, children, you will also find it's written as CCP, cubic closed pack, or it is also called HCP, hexagonal closed pack. Now what was FCC? All corners and the center of the face is occupied. Now I have not drawn the corners here. I am just showing faces because I want to tell you how do you locate the void in it. So don't mistake that. Face centered, we know that all corners are there, constituent particles are present in all faces. I have shown in this faces. How many faces children are there in a cube? 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 faces. So each face center I have drawn one atom, one constituent particle. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In between those constituent particles, see 1, 2, between them, inside it, what is this? This is called as a void. This is called as octahedral. This is octahedral void. What was octahedral void, children? I have told you, if you have 4 spheres like this, you will have one void in the center. One sphere is placed on the top, one sphere is placed behind it, so that you get a square bipyramidal like structure. Something like that you have. This is something like you have a square and one pyramid, one down and one at the top. So between the faces, all center of faces, there is something inside, that is body center. This body center is octahedral void. Don't think this is black color one is a constituent particle. It is a void. I am representing this as a void. So in FCC, there is one void in the center of the body. In FCC, how many total number of particles are there? We have discussed in the second video of solid state. In FCC, there are total 4 particles, 4 constituent particles. All corners, 8 into 1 by 8 plus 6 faces. Each one contributes half. So 6 into half, 3. So put together 4. So one void we have discussed. 3 more voids where they are present, we have to see that. This is edge. On the center of each edge, there is another void. How do we see that? This side one particle, this side one particle, another particle, this and this. These are the neighboring ones, because edge is shared by many other constituent unit cells. Suppose I say this one, this edge, there is one void, another void, next void, next void. How many edges are there in a cube? 12 edges. There are 12 edges, children, and each edge contributes how much? 1 by 4. So 12 into 1 by 4 means 3. So 3 here and 1 here, put together 4 voids. In FCC, there are 4 constituent particles, so 4 voids should be there. We have discussed that for n spheres, n octahedral voids. For FCC, 4 effective number of the particles, so 4 voids. Where are the 4 voids? One in the center of the body and one here at the center of the edge. But that edge is shared by other unit cells also. So you will write 12 into 1 by 4, because 12 edges, each one contributes 1 by 4th to each one. Therefore it is 3. So 3 here and 1 here, put together in FCC there are 4 octahedral voids. This part is clear, children? Next one. How do we locate tetrahedral void? This side I am explaining. These two figures are to show octahedral. Tetrahedral voids. How do we show that? Now just see here. This is one corner I have taken and three faces. Three center of the faces. One center of the face, another center of the face, third center of the face. Between these four, this is called as tetrahedral void. I'll show you here. See this corner. Every corner is having three faces which are meeting here. One face, second face, third face. Three faces are all coming here at the corner. So if one consonant particle is present at the center of this face, second here, third here, three on the faces and one at the corner. Between them, there will be inside one void that is surrounded by four spheres. So you will have one tetrahedral void at every corner. How many corners are there? How many corners in this? 8 corners. 8 corners means there will be, if there 8 corners are there, that means there will be 8 tetrahedral voids. Is this clear, children, here? Is it clear? Because what was FCC? All corners and center of the faces are there. See, this is one corner. At this corner, there are 3 faces meeting. 3 faces, center, one particle. One at the corner between this one tetrahedral. One here, another one here, one this side, 4 here, 4 this side at the bottom also. So total there will be 8 tetrahedral voids in FCC. There will be 4 octahedral voids in FCC. Is it clear? This is how we locate the voids in CCP, FCC or XCP. Please write down this. Let us discuss some questions based on the voids or the packing. See, a compound is formed by 2 elements X and Y. Atoms of Y make CCP. What they give first? No, this is making HCP, CCP. You write down that first. So Y, which is acting as an ion, it is making CCP. Now first we will assume, let number of this Y be n. Let me assume this as n. Always you assume whatever they give now. This is having FCC, CCP, let it be n. And those of X occupy octahedral voids. If Y is n number, how many octahedral voids will be there? We have discussed octahedral voids is equal to the number. So octahedral voids will be n number. So they are saying that X occupies all the octahedral voids. That means that X is also equal to n. Since the ratio is 1:1 now, what will be the formula of the compound? It will be equal to X, Y. This will be the answer. Got it? Next, atoms of the elements B form HCP. They have given B forming HCP. Now you assume B. Let B be equal to n. Let the number of the B atoms be n. And those of A occupy 2/3 of tetrahedral voids. For this n, how many tetrahedral voids will be there? Tetrahedral void will be 2n. I am using TV for tetrahedral void. So this will be 2n, and that A is not occupying all. It is occupying 2/3 of the tetrahedral void. That means it is 2/3 of 2n. Okay, so now let me write the formula. It will be like this. A, I can write this as for n 4/3n and B n. Okay, now this we have written. Now what we will do is this n we will remove it. That is just the number we have taken. To get this a whole number, we will multiply both with 3. You will multiply this with 3. This was 1 only, actually 1n. Multiply by 3. So you will get the answer for this as A4B3. This will be the answer. Is it clear? Please go through. We will discuss some more questions. Let's take another example now. A crystalline solid in a crystalline solid, anions are arranged in CCP. So you will write down what is anion here, B. Let the number of B be n, as I told you, are arranged in CCP. Cation A are equally distributed between octahedral and tetrahedral void. That means cation is present, is occupying octahedral as well as tetrahedral void. So if this is n, how many tetrahedral and octahedral voids will be there? This will be 2n, this will be n. Now further it is saying it is occupying all the octahedral voids. That means the octahedral void number is n. This we know. And it is further saying that it is equally distributed between octahedral and tetrahedral. That means at tetrahedral also the number is n, because it is saying, we don't have to see this 2n now, because it is saying clearly that cation A is equally distributed between octahedral and tetrahedral. So if this is n, octahedral is n, because it is occupying all octahedral voids, and equal number of tetrahedral void is occupying, it is not occupying all, it means that. So this n tetrahedral, this n octahedral are occupied by atom A. So that means the atom A, that is a cation, is more in number. So what will be the formula for this now? A to B. Clear? Just please go through it. If any doubts are there, you can put down in the comment section. If next question, in solid, oxide ions are arranged in this. That means you will write down oxide, let the number of the oxide ions be n as usual. Then it is saying 1/6 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied by cation A. So let that A is occupying what? It is occupying 1/6 of it. If this is n, how many tetrahedral voids will be there, children? 2n. And out of that 2n, 1/6 only A is occupying. And what about B? B is occupying 1/3 of octahedral void. So if n is the number of oxide, how many octahedral voids are there? N. And 1/3 of this is occupied means 1/3. Now I will write it without n. So I will write like this, because A and B are cations, I am writing in the front. So we will write like that. A, this I will simplify as 1/3. So 2 into 1/6. A is 1/3. B is again 1/3. O is 1. 1/3. Sorry. So if I have to simplify this, I will multiply this with 3 now. So I will multiply throughout with 3. I will get the answer as A, B, O, 3. This is the answer. Okay. For today you practice this much. Note down.